Today I wanted to do something completely different, so I'm playing Legacy Affinity for a league. I got my inspiration here, like in some Swiss tournament with like 48 people, I think, around that. Somebody made 4th place with this deck, and the same person also like top 8 at a 37 player event last month. And I think he ended 48 in the Paris Eternal weekend, which means he must have had like a 6-3 or a 7 or 6-1 or 7-2 or something finish. So I took this list, like not a recent one, I just randomly copied this one, and yeah, I wanted to try it out. I will probably make a lot of mistakes in this game because I've never played Affinity in Modern or in Legacy. So I may not know. I mean, I know there are a lot of tricks you can do with, for example, Arcbound Ravager, but I hardly know any of them. So I may forget to properly sequence my actions. But still, it seems like a fun deck to draw into a league. I would like to play first, yes. Turn 1 Chalice or turn 1 Confident, or maybe both. Like this makes mana, so I have 2 mana for Chalice. Then with Mox Opal and Petal, I have a Metalcraft to play Confident. So I'm going to keep this. But it may... No, I need to tap Mox Opal first, in case they counter the Chalice. Otherwise I won't have Metalcraft anymore. So I probably use Mox Opal to pay for Chalice. He's F6ing, that's interesting. So yeah, I was going to use this for... and this for black, and something else. Right, let's see if this is good enough against... it's pretty good against anything that wants to cast 1 mana spells, but if he's on Blood Moon Stompy, then this probably is not good enough. So we drew another artifact, which means we can play Cranial Plating and equip. With a 6-1, that's pretty good. So this is Burn the Chalice, probably wins us the game, but it's goblins. Okay, and Chalice will not be enough. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, choose one. Goat, target creature that player controls, exile the top card of that player's library. Okay, this is... okay, that's mostly annoying because I have no idea what it actually does. I mean, I can read the words, but I can't really assess its usefulness. I'm probably gonna force him to block here by playing out the... So I play Vault Scourge to have 1 more artifact. I think he needs to block an 8-1 here. But next turn I will make an 8-1 Vault Scourge. I mean, I already have it, but I will equip it. Equip to Scourge. No, it's only a 7-1. Oh yeah, because Confident has an extra base power. I don't think I need to block this. This is a lifelink, so damage doesn't do anything. And next turn they should be able to kill him, unless he has like the cycling Gem Palm Incinerator to kill it. Okay, he does. He's gonna kill that guy. Sure. I think I'm gonna attach it to Confident this turn. So I save 1 mana next turn in case I wanna do a lot of stuff. Although I doubt it. Goblin Matron revealing. Yeah, this really needs to draw me more creatures this turn, especially flying creatures. So I have a feeling he's gonna be able to block anything non-flying for the next many turns. Those are pretty okay. Let's see how I use my mana. And there is no reason to play Vault Scourge before damage because he has to block it anyway. I think I have quite a bit too much mana for a Affinity deck. So double black for Vault Scourge and equip to the Scourge. I think here it's Incinerator or Bust for him. I think that's should be his only out. Oh yeah, he has another Matron. Or Tarfire. Oh no, he can't play Tarfire here. Okay, he does have a second Incinerator. Okay, fair enough, opponent. Yeah, he has 6 cards in hand versus my Confident plus draw 1. So I feel like I'm behind, even though I'm winning on life total. Wait, he does not have any blockers. That's interesting. Why did he not just leave a blocker? Like, he did not expect me to flip a 10, like 11 mana spell, right? Anyway, can't complain. We won the game. I want Path to Exile, and I want Whip Flare here. Like, this basically just kills their creatures. Am I confident? This exiles a creature. I think Chalice is not so great, especially they have Cavern and turn 1 Vial. So it only basically stops Lackey and Tarfire. Maybe Pithing Needle against Rishad and Port or Wasteland or Ether Vial. This, but if I don't have anything to board out, I may be inclined to just not use the Pithing Needles. this hand has a turn 1 Ravager, turn 2 Champion or Pot to exile and Hanger Backwalker. Yeah, I think I keep it. It seems reasonable, like it doesn't have any 0 mana spells. But at least it has probably all colors here. Here I think well, if I play Hanger Backwalker and it dies, at least I get a token. Well, he can just kill this and connect with Lucky anyway. So this should be able to trade with Lucky regardless. And then next turn, if I play the Ravager, at least I can put the counter from the Ravager on the Hanger Backwalker, if it's necessary. Matron, sure. Revealing. Wait, he exiled the Tuk Tuk Scrapper, which like basically destroys any permanent I have. So that's a very strange choice. He must have really needed the mana. Maybe I want Confident to draw more cards. Now, this does not have Metalcraft yet. I think I actually want Confident here, because I have 0 free spells. Ringleader has haste, and I think I still need to start attacking here. Like I can't block anyway because I need this to save my Glimmer Post. Ringleader, okay. Oh, Incinerator is rough, another Ringleader is rough. It was a pretty good hit for him. And I'm not going to block here. So I need to draw myself a Whip Flare or more land or like free spells. Okay. I may wait with attacking until he has played some of these. I can play 2 Ravagers, or I can play, I can keep Open Path to exile, in case he has like a big attack with, what's it called? Big attack with Pile Driver. I think I'm gonna play it safe and play the champion. I mean, it may lose its protection if he kills a creature, like the token. Here I'm inclined, either I block to save some damage, or I attack because I want to draw 1 more card before I play the Whip Flare. I think I keep the Confident as a blocker. I forgot about that. Like, I lose my... No, I don't lose my Glimmer Post, but I lose my protection. He should have done it after I blocked, because I completely forgot this was possible. War Chief, sure. Even though he still has a Ringleader, feel like I already whip flare next turn. If I whip flare, actually I don't block here because the creatures are going to die anyway. So I should have attacked. I should have attacked last turn. I may keep this as a blocker for his next turn ringleader attack, but I think the path to exile leaves me safe enough, and I need to start dealing damage pretty soon. So the only colored I need here is the red. I'm not gonna tap the Ancient Tomb yet. Then I play Argand Ravager. And I'm not sure if I want the second Ravager yet. No, I think I want to keep open the path to exile here. Sure. Lucky, Instigator, Matron, these aren't really problems. Like Path to Exile will still give him an extra land, so it's tricky whether I want to play it or not. Yeah, I think I want to end of turn path the Lucky, because I don't want him to file in the Matron and then, or like Matron for an expensive card and then file it in for free. Thought Scourge should be very good here, because of the lifelink, of course. Do I dare going to 3 life? Yeah, I think I have to be aggressive here. So he has Matron, Instigator and 4 unknown cards. That means if he does not have a War Chief, I only need to be able to block 1 creature. I think I want to attack with the Ravager and see what happens there. Actually, these should be fine as blockers, so I think I'm gonna attack with both. And like this is the point where you, if you have experience with Ravager Moth, this could be easier. Like if to know when you have to sacrifice everything and when not. So I'm just not going to sacrifice anything until I can pump the Vault Scourge. Matron, sure. Tutor 4, I don't know, maybe he has a second Tuk Tuk Scrapper. I need to check the exact ruling on modular. Yeah, so if it goes to the graveyard, it's put on another creature, but does it target or not? When it's put into a graveyard on battlefield, you may put a counter on target artifacts for each counter. Ooh, Siege Gang Commander. Next turn. That means I may need to have a lethal as soon as possible. He does not have Gem Palm Incinerator mana yet. Unless he plays Spirit Guides. Target 1 damage to target creature you don't control. So how do I do this modular thing? Going to sacrifice an artifact, put a counter on Arbok the Ravager. I sacrifice this one. I get the modular trigger, put it on Vault Scourge. Okay. Yes. That one gets a +1 counter as well. Okay, that should do it for now. The next turn we can see if we need any more of this action. So I sacrifice the Mox Opal because I drew a second one. How big can I make my Vault Scourge? Like sacrificing this one does not help because it has protection, so this deals 2 damage, and sacrificing it, it's only 1 damage. So this is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8, that's 12, I think. If I sacrifice everything after blockers, I should win, like, to prevent this from losing its protection. Unless he has Pyrokinesis. Pyrokinesis, is it 4 or 5 damage? Pyrokinesis. Why is he not searching it? Yeah, sorry for the interruption. I'm just gonna use my phone if my browser is refusing to. Because I really want to play around Pyrokinesis blowing up my Vault Scourge. It deals 4 damage, so as soon as I have made it a 5, it should be safe. Okay, attack with all creatures. Okay. Wait, he did not declare any blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. That means I need to sacrifice 3 artifacts. But I think I get extra counters from the Ravagers here, right? Well, I really suck at math like this. I think first I sacrifice this one. To be sure to make it a 5, and then if he responds I can try to do other stuff. So this is 9 damage, this would make 11. Yeah, of course I can't sacrifice it to itself. So sacrifice the Vault of Whispers. That's 11 damage. I'm not going to sacrifice anything else here. Okay. Strange that he didn't block anything here. Maybe he didn't know the math. So, Affinity definitely can beat Goblins, especially if your opponent is not used to playing against it. Let's see if it has a good game against other legacy decks. That's a Storm player. That's gonna be harder, except if we have Chalice. We do have Chalice, and because we can't play it for 1 yet, I think I'm gonna play it for 0. Like it turns off our own Ornithopters, but we don't play Memnite. So it turns off Petals, Opals and Ornithopters. That should be fine if it locks out our opponent. I mean, they can still win just with rituals and stuff, so it may be risky. I don't want him to turn on Duress and take the Chalice. So I'm just gonna play it now, and if I top deck another, I can play it for 1. Oh wait, first I need to pay the Fire Action, and only then I can play the regular mana, sure. Yeah, Storm seems like a difficult matchup for this deck. Let's see, did he play... No, there was no Storm in the top 8 for this event. Yeah, with his Chalice, any Chalice with top deck, if you play it for 1, like Chalice on 1 and on 0, should win us the game. Like, I think for 1 is better here. Like, yeah, like we see, it would already have countered 2 of his spells. And like it shuts off the rituals and other stuff. I think I play the Glimmer Void to save some life. Like I could see playing this in case we draw another land, another Ancient Tomb. We could have like 5 mana available next turn. Yeah, but I think I want to preserve life, because Chalice may mean he goes over Empty the Warrens. Like if he can't reach enough Storm or mana to kills with tendrils. And even then, like, just by losing 2 life, he needs to have 1 less storm, even if he goes over tendrils. Come on, Confident, please reveal Chalice for us. Yeah, and of course Brainstorm allows him to throw away all his Lotus Petals. Not good. At least this probably slows him down 1 or 2 turns, because the ultra fast kills usually go over Lotus Petal and LED. So it buys us some time. Like, doesn't win the game, but getting 2 extra turns and 2 extra draws of Confident, or maybe 1, because it already bought us the first turn. Okay, Petal does nothing. On the one hand, I want to play Desert here and dig for a Chalice, but we won't be able to play it, and if he has Therapy, like, he knows exactly what to name. So I think I may just start with Vault Scourge and Ravager, because these are cards he knows about. So the main question is whether I want to... Actually, he does know about this, right? So he can still therapy it. Question is, do I want to sacrifice stuff to gain more life with Vault Scourge and attack him to a lower life total? Like, it makes his... it would make his ad nauseam worse, and like, if I sacrifice Scourge, then I can make this at 3-3. If I sacrifice Scourge and Ravager, it's at 3-3. I deal 2 more damage now, and I gain 2 more life now. So I basically buy a turn, potentially. I think I'm going to try it. Yes. So 2 more attacks and we win. And he needs still 10 storm. So I'm liking our position. And then we died. He's definitely thinking about it, about killing us. I also wouldn't mind stop taking a cranial plating. Probe. Brainstorm. Means he probably is one card short of comboing and he's digging to find it. We have 1 more turn here. But we did not get it, and Tezzeret will not be able to get us a Chalice. So do we have anything that increases the clock here? Like we can't cast any of these. Dark Confidant does nothing, and this just costs us 2 life, and we don't have anything useful to find. Unless he has a main deck removal spell. He does not. Playing Dark Confidant is dangerous, because if he gets us down to like a few life total, this may kill us. Playing Tezzeret doesn't really do anything except cost us 2 life. So I think I'm just gonna pass and just hope that he does not have enough cards to win. Oh, he has a main deck removal spell. Did not expect that. Then we are in a bad position. Yeah, 7 cards and 3 lands and like lots of cantripping that already has happened should be able to get him the win here. So in the sideboard we will want maybe Whip Flare against the tokens, I'm not sure. Maybe Leyline of the Void, and of course mostly Aethersworn Canonist. Yeah, I think if I have enough spots I want first Leyline and only then Whip Flare. And cards to cut. I can see cutting like either Hangerback Walker or like the Master or its Champion. Yeah, because Protection does nothing, it's like just a 3 mana 2/2. Maybe some of the Planeswalkers. Yeah, I think I definitely don't need to create silly tokens or sacrifice or destroying artifacts or creatures. So those are 2 spots. I think I still want this. I think I still want some Tezzeret, but maybe not all of them. Okay, he's going for it. He does need 20. How much storm does he need? 12. He should be able to get 12 storm here. Oh, he does not. He's just going for a mini tendrils. And I may have wanted to play the Tezzeret. That was a big mistake. Play Fault and this and hope to draw into Chalice. Blue and black. Or I can attack for 5 more damage. No, I think I want to dig for the Chalice. Yes, excellent. Any order? I think I'll just cast Ornithopter. I think here I want to Chalice for 1, because it's better against Past in Flames. Because he already has all the 1 mana spells to flashback. And it will prevent him from cantripping into the Past in Flames. Well, 0, if he had any 0 mana spells in hand, he would have played them last turn. Seems like he actually may have... Oh yeah, may have the Past in Flames in. No. He's tutoring for it. Whoa, he has 2 tendrils. Okay, his deck was constructed in a way that I did not expect, and it won him the game. So I want to cut the Derety for sure. Its champion seems very mediocre as well. Oh, he tells me he just needed the LED, which he top decked. So that means Chalice for 0 would have been better. Maybe I want to cut some CMC 0 creatures instead. Because if I play Chalice for 0, they become worse. I think I'm cutting Ornithopter here and play it like this. And at least we are very close to winning. So it means our deck is capable of it. I can play first, yes. No disruption at all. I just got like a bunch of big or small idiots. So I want to mulligan it. This has no land, so I mulligan it. Again, yes. I think I have to keep this and just turn 1 confident. And I want to put the Whiffler on the bottom because confident is going to reveal it and he will know not to play Empty the Warrens. So it will do nothing for us here. If it would not be revealed to Dark Confident, I may consider it. But your opponent knowing about the board wipe will mean the board wipe is useless. At least now it can dig us deeper to Chalice or Aethersworn Canonist. Opponent shocked themselves. That's not too bad. We reveal a Leyline. So I'm going to play Ancient Tomb here instead of Seeds. It will cost us 1 life this turn. But if I draw a Black Source, I can cast it. I think I want the Chalice for 1 here first. Still no Black Source. So how do I want to play this? I have 4 mana, so I can't play both Master and Plating. Like if I play Plating, I could equip it and attack 4, like it adds 4, so I attack for 6. And it's revealed, so he will know I have it. Do I play Master of Ethereum? I attack for more next turn, so I think I want to play it this way. Whoa, we're down to 10 life. This is now 4/4. So it will this one would add 4 damage this turn. This one adds 4 damage next turn, like 8 damage next turn. So yeah, this line makes his ad nauseam a bit better if he wants to go off this turn. He did not. Oh, another Leyline of the Void. That's a lot of damage we're dealing to ourselves. I think like if I play the plating and equip, he can play like he can play just Cabal Ritual, Tendrils, and kill us. So that would be very silly. So how do I want to play this? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. This will be a 9, 10, 11. It's close, but not close enough. So I won't kill him this turn anyway. Which means I might as well just attack, spread it over 2 different turns. 3 turns of probe. No, actually probe is already turned off. So 6 damage or 6 damage or 11 damage. At least playing Arcbound Ravager isn't going to do anything for us. Wait, now it's 7 damage. Yeah, I think I need to preserve my life total here. He does not have Abrupt Decay mana, so I feel pretty confident about... I think I'm only gonna equip to Confident in case he has Hercules Recall in my turn. Actually, it would still bounce the Cranial Plating. So I'm gonna play Arcbound Ravager. So at least if he tries to bounce all my artifacts, that means I can put all the counters on Dark Confident. Yeah, Chalice is a strong card, that's for sure. And it's the only reason this deck is viable in Legacy, I think. Like without Chalice we would be run over by, well, maybe not by the Goblins deck, but by this deck and probably some of the Delver decks we may face later in the league. Yeah, Leyline of the Void is definitely very painful with Dark Confident. We learned our lesson there. Now we're on the draw. So I would like a turn 1 interaction, but I'm afraid like mulliganing this could be bad. Like if he turn 1 Thought Seizes us, or even turn 2. Yeah, I think this will be too slow. And this obviously is still too slow. This is better. Like, I mean, this does not make any mana yet. But at least it can help us. I think I'm gonna bottom this, but at least like a Lotus Petal next turn could turn it on. I mean, actually it's not even better because we don't have the Canonist. Yeah, this is a pretty bad hand, but it could turn out to be good. If we draw like a petal or like a 0 mana artifact, and then we are able to play confident turn 1. We already do play out the Mox Opal here. Yeah, now I'm really missing my Ornithopters. Maybe I should have kept them in. Because this may end up killing us without any mana. So we will see if our turn 2 Canonist was too slow or not. It's like next turn we could have had Ethersworn Canonist. But he has Abrupt Decaying, so that's... like even if we were able to survive and play it, it will still likely be answered. And my opponent is counting his Storm mana right now. But at least it's a winnable matchup. Like, if he did not have the DK main deck, like 90% of Storm decks, or 99% of Storm decks, or if I had played the second Chalice on 0, then we would have won game 1 and game 2. Oh boy. This is punishing us. Maybe I should have mulliganed to 4. Or maybe I should have sided out the Hangerback Walkers instead of the Ornithopters like originally planned. Ouch, ouch. Pain. It hurts. And we're dead. Next turn, no mana. Yeah, we stood no chance here. He did have Cable Therapy, which maybe he could have played like after the turn 1 probe. He did probe us, right? I don't remember. Yeah, I think he could have therapied us before we played the Canonist on turn 2. So that means I think even the Canonist hand would not have been good enough. It may have slowed him down 1 turn. Yes, I would like to play first. Turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 other stuff. Yes, please. I'm not going to play the Ornithopter yet, Because Ancient Tomb into Chalice gives no information about what we're playing. And I want to, like, our opponent should have at least one turn not knowing what deck we're playing. Then next turn he'll be surprised even more. Yeah, this is like Dark Depths. I think that's a difficult matchup for us. We need some kind of pithing needle there. Like this destroys artifacts or creatures, but it's indestructible. So that's not gonna help us a lot. So I'm just going to jam both the Edge Champion and the Fox Scourge. And these Dark Depths decks often play Flaying Tendrils, giving everything -2/-2, like at least in the sideboard. So that's going to be a very difficult to deal with card for us. I'm gonna leave this as a blocker, like it does nothing for attacking. And it may like block a surprise, Marit Lage, if he has like Spirit Guide, Crop Rotation, that kind of silliness. Black, red, and 2 damage. Like, our life total doesn't even matter in this matchup. Because like he will deal 20 damage in 1 turn anyway. Like, and I think Chalice on 2 is a lot better in this matchup. Because he has like Sylvan's Crying, he has the... I forgot the name, Vampire Hexmage. Into the north sometimes. Although this stops crop rotation actually. That's also pretty good. And this, what is this? Choose an artifact in the graveyard or on the battlefield and creating 3 copies. That's not too shabby. It's -6, so we can make like a giant Master of Ethereum there. Oh wait, I can start stepping it for black here. That's cool. Black, blue, and other. Though it will be able to be blocked by the Dark Depths there. Like if he has double Spirit Guide, I lose, or maybe I leave 1 Thunder behind. Yeah, he does have the Spirit Guides, but he did not want to risk Fear. Does that mean an artifact can block it or only a black creature? Black or artifact. Whoa, that's really good for us. Like he's able to block this guy, but all of these will have +3/+3 from, or is it? All of these will have like +3 from creating 3 more masters. So that's 4. Yeah, I think. So I'm just gonna play this out to be sure. Buff up our masters even more. So if he blocks this one, he takes a lot. I think I can afford to leave one behind in case of abrupt decay on something. Alright, we beat Dark Depths with Ensnaring Bridge and Pithing Needle and Path to Exile. We should even be able to beat them even more. Like, this was very good here, but I think in general it's bad in this matchup. Because like only the -6, if they don't do anything for 4 turns, will do anything. We need to cut 4 more. This seems pretty okay. Chalice seems okay. Maybe the Hanger Backwalker is... like, it's very good with Arcbound Ravager. But it seems mediocre in like a grind, in a... like, it seems better in fast matchups and less so in... This will at least help us dig to an Ensnaring Bridge. And this proved its worth. Actually, this does create flying tokens, so I think I'm just gonna leave him one. Turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 its champion. I'm not sure if that's good enough. Especially on the draw. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it because I don't know. Like, okay, Pithing Needle could have been better. And Path to Exile could have been better. But at least we have the mana for turn 2 Ensnaring Bridge as soon as we draw one. And I want to draw everything except lands that we already have. Wait, this could actually stop our own... yeah, it stops their crop rotation. Like, it does stop our own Path to Exile. So we may need to sacrifice it to our... okay, he does find the Dark Depths. I'm going to cast this here. So now we have 4 mana. That means I think I want to drop Plating and Confident. That's most likely to find us an out. Okay, we may need to sacrifice these 2 Ravagers, as I was saying. If we ever draw a Pithing Needle or Path to Exile. These 4 of our cards against maybe stopping their Thoughtseize and what's it called? Both the Thoughtseize and the why do I keep forgetting the name? Yeah, crop rotation. So this is Cranial Plating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I want to drop the Edge Champion to have like an unblockable attacker next turn. But if he has a Spirit Guide, we lose anyway. So I think I just play the other Cranial Plating this turn to allow for more explosive next turn. Because just the one creating plating isn't gonna win it for us. Yeah, we lose this, and yeah, we could perhaps have attack next turn for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we could have won if we had one more turn, possibly, but so I'm not so sure about all the chalices here. Maybe like flying tokens are okay, but I need a way to sacrifice it. I think just cutting one chalice is okay. I don't want to draw it in multiples, and it's not going to stop all of their cards. I think I'm going to keep this. Like, we have 2 flying creatures, so we should be able to survive his first aggressive, like his first attack. Unless he has a board wipe. Again, keep. And we have a plating, so this should be able to deal a lot of damage. And we saw the power of Master of Ethereum in game 1. This will be on blocking duty unless our opponent is completely tapped out, because Spirit Guides make this deck very dangerous. Ouch. I hope he takes the Master here. Oh, he does. I think Cranial Plating is more dangerous on the Vault Scourge, because it will bring us above 20 life, so he will need to attack 2 times for having lethal damage. Yeah, here I think Crop Rotation is not going to do anything, but since Ornithopter is still on 0 power, means like there is not even any use to attacking with it. If we had the Master of Ethereum this turn, I would have attacked with Ornithopter. But yeah, from this turn onwards, he could potentially kill us with Spirit Guides and Crop Rotations. Oh yeah, this is very good. Do I risk putting it on the wrong, like on the Vault Scourge? If he can make a blocker, I mean, at least we still gain a life, right? And this is lethal, so you need to have a solution for it. Oh no, it's only 13. Oh. No, don't kill it. Yeah, that's why it was risky. Like, we could have put it on the Ornithopter. And then at least he would still come in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He would still come in for 5 damage. But yeah, gaining more life was very attractive idea. So if we get our opponent down to 5 life and then lose, we know we lost due to not splitting our equipments between 2 creatures. I'm only gonna play the Vault Scourge post-combat to see if we can get him to react here first. Crop rotation. Sure. Sure. Proper rotation for Thespian stage. Yeah, this deck does crazy things. At least he will be without mana, so any ensnaring bridge we draw, or any path to exile, will leave him completely without defenses. Without answers. Yeah, first pay the Phyrexian. Ghost Squatter could be annoying here, because it means 2 less power on our creature if he destroys an artifact land. Now he can attack 2 times, and I think I can't attack back because I only have 11 damage. So missing 5 damage the other turn definitely could cost us the game if we don't top deck anything good here. Yeah, maybe I didn't want the Tesserets in this game because we're never going to be able to cast them. But if he attacks, we equip these, it's 11, so we need 2 more artifacts, which we won't be able to draw. So we need a Snaring Bridge or a Path to Exile. Or just like a random flying blocker. Sure. That kind of stops the Snaring Bridge plan. No blockers. Oh, this is pretty good. Buys us a turn. And it makes our Vault Scourge bigger. Equip. Equip. 1 damage short. That's so crazy. Well, he can't attack or we kill him, so like he needs to kill the Vault Scourge and attack. Or actually he just needs to kill Ornithopter. So next turn we can, if he does not attack, we can make 2 attacking creatures. Or I can pay 2 mana and switch equipments. Affinity beats Turbo Depths. That's a very interesting constatation. We are 2-1 and we had a pretty good chance in 2 of the 3 games against Storm. So I think it's definitely an underplayed archetype, and it's probably just a playstyle that a lot of legacy players don't enjoy, because just for power level, I think there is no reason not to play it, unless like everybody is sideboarding Nullrot in your meta game. But apart from Nullrot, without Miracles and Terminus at 70% of the meta game, this is definitely a good choice against much of the field. And the fourth round against Moller. I have played against him, I don't remember what he's usually on. But turn 1 confident seems legit. Like, people who've watched me play, people who've watched me play Dead Guy Ale know that turn 1 confident is one of the things I really like in Legacy. No, don't have force of will. Don't force me. No. Alright. He did force me. I think next turn I just play Hangar Backwalker for 1. That's like the only card that in the deck that I haven't seen being good yet. I think I've played like every other creature into... No, actually the same for Tezzeret. Like Tezzeret and Hangar Backwalker have not yet proved their value. Alright. Another Force of Will. Pitching Jace. At least he's throwing away really good cards, so that's at least the Desolation price. Do I want to play around Daze here? Like, he could have Dazed the Confident, so I'm gonna assume he's not on a Daze plan. I mean, the 2 life won't probably make a difference, but still, I don't like spending life if I don't need to. These kind of decks usually play Call Against Command. And because I can't equip Plating yet, I think I'm gonna play the Scourge first and hope to draw land and be able to equip plus attack in the same turn. Yeah, he has Bolt. Yeah, then I definitely prefer having the second creature. This deck seems to be a nightmare for this deck. Oh, Call Against Command makes us discard. No, apparently not. It looked like he was tapping red mana there first. So let's see if Hangar Back is any good. I'm not trading here yet. Like, I would prefer to equip the Hangar Backwalker and then trade that for the Strix. Maybe a bad decision. Levolt, sure. That does nothing against my deck. Chalice isn't great, but at least it's okay. Like, it may, if they have a handful of cantrips, it could do something. I think. I think I can't hold off on trading forever. I'm just gonna make this Hangar Backwalker bigger than his Leovolt. Excellent. Or not so excellent. If he counters this, yeah, it's hardcast Force of Will mana. If he counters this, I think I'm gonna leave my Hanger Backwalker and put some counters on it. Because attacking now for 1 damage and next turn for 1 damage is basically the same as attacking next turn for that once. And I'm going to do it now, because if he kills it in response to me tapping it, then I only get 1 top tier token, and now I'm guaranteed 2 top tier tokens. Sure, it doesn't really do anything. Here I have a feeling I may want to block and pump, but it could be very risky. Yeah, this is very weak to chase this plan. Like chase bounce this Hanger Backwalker is gonna be very painful. Here I want to offer the trade, because at least I will get 3 top tier tokens out of it. He may have a second Leovold in hand, otherwise I don't think he would be blocking here. It's not. But I'm winning this race so far. Like I'm gonna kill him probably 1 turn before he's killing me. Do I want Chalice for 2? It stops Snapcaster and Strix. So I guess I do. You know Snapcaster won't do much if his graveyard is full of mostly 1-drops. So I need to attack. I still need to attack 4 times, and he needs to attack 4 times. So if he plays a blocker at any point, I may lose this race. If I pump it up, it's a 4/4, and I still... oh no, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I think pumping it does not change the clock. It only makes it better against removal. Like, I think Chalice is not so great against these 4 color decks, because they play Jace, Snapcaster, Kolaghan's Command, Strix. But at least it may slow them down a bit. Like Fatal Push and Bolt are also pretty rough against us. Yeah, our opponent is not leaving blockers. That's interesting. Here I'm definitely jamming the Tezzeret and making another attacker out of, I don't know, Chalice or something. This wins the game. This does not kill Strixes, so I don't like it. Darity seems good against a slow, grindy control deck. Needle seems good against all the Planeswalkers. Leyline could be okay against their Snapcaster stuff. But I don't think I want to waste 4 slots for that. I think Ornithopter is not so good here, because it's just a 0-2 against a deck that is very grindy, has a lot of removal. I may... No, I actually don't even need to cut the Chalice. Like either Sworn Canonist is good against Snapcaster, or like against Cantrip into something else, so I think I'm gonna add it as a last card. Seems better than Ornithopter. No turn 1 play, only turn 2 Chalice, and 2 Tesserates, of which basically one is dead. So I think I need to mulligan this, and turn 1 Ravager, turn 2 Cranial Plating Equip, or Scourge plus second Ravager seems better. A Master of Ethereum seems definitely good here. I think I want to start with the Ravager, because I don't want him to bolt my Scourge, because it has flying. So if he has a turn 1 removal spell, I prefer him removing the Ravager first. Oh. It will sacrifice it to itself in response to the Fatal Push to trigger, to fizzle it. So next turn Scourge and Cranial Plating, or Scourge and Ravager. So at least if he has a removal spell, I get some value out of the combination. I really like the second Master of Ethereum here. I think he has something, so I don't feel safe to commit the plating and try to equip it yet. I think I first want to overextend my creatures. Like, only Toxic Deluge is the only possible sweeper he's playing in these colors. So I'm not afraid of sweepers. Because at least Toxic Deluge, I can make a giant Master of Ethereum, so he needs to pay a lot of life to be sure that my creatures don't survive. Seems very loose to block here. Oh, of course he may be able to kill the Master of Ethereum, but then I can put a counter on the Ravager in response. Fatal Push on that, sure. We'll sacrifice the Master to put a counter on the Ravager. And if he has another removal spell, I can put all the counters on the Vault Scourge. Ooh, Snapcaster Push. Sure. At least he used 2 spells only to kill 2 creatures, but I still made myself into a bigger creature. I think I still want Master of Ethereum here. Because the plating still leaves me weak to 1 removal spell. That lifelink is really important with all the Ancient Tomb damage we're taking. Oh, Call Against Command? No, Diabolic Edict. I think I want to sack Master of Ethereum here, because this one can be blocked. So, and they both died to Fatal Push. And they both died to Abrupt Decay. And now this looks like a chase, and that's really bad for us. This Deseret need to draw land, and like he needs to attack, we need to draw a black source and turn this into a 5/5 creature. But we do not. That's a pity. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage here. So we are... He can actually bounce this again, attack us, and then next turn we are dead. So I think we are not winning this game. Maybe I do want Whip Flare here against just this annoying bunch of creatures. It's not great though. Leyline would not have been so awesome either, like it stops Deathrite actually, because we don't have... He doesn't have Wastelands and we don't have fetches. Yeah, he can bounce, so I want to kill the Deathrite here. Really want the lifelink at this point in the race. And he's probably holding open a counter spell, but I don't want to take, like, I don't want to play around it forever, because he's ahead on board. Anyway, so I may want the ley lines, because we don't play instant sorceries. Yeah, this is Call Against Command. That's bad. Oh yeah, it also stops Call Against Command. So I want ley lines, and I think that's about it. Please give us a mana source that's red. At least we can start blocking the Snapcaster Mage. We're not winning this game. And yeah, that would not have won us the game. Leyline could be okay. And I think Canonist... Actually, Canonist is another creature, at least. We may want creatures. Let's see, I'm considering this. Chalice is just optional here. On the play it's a bit better again. Canonist is optional. I need to cut 9 more cards. Yeah, but Ornithopter doesn't do anything by itself. Just flies. And he has Trixus. I'm feeling like this could be okay, like this could be what I want. Scourge was kind of okay here. No, that's what I want. No turn one confident, like no land, so I mulligan this. This is not so good, but at least we can do stuff. Yeah. I'm just gonna turn. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm going to turn two Vault Scourges, and then turn 2 play Cranial Plating and Equip. That should play around most removal, although we are paying a shitload of life here. Next turn, Plating Equip, we go down to 12 life. But oh well. But if he is holding Open Bolt, then he may just bolt the creature with the lifelink, with the plating on it. I guess I want this one to die first, so I'll equip it to him. No bolt means we may be able to raise him. Like, it's not. If he did not have bolt, he could only have fatal push here as a. If these were black sources, it would be even better because we could re-equip in the middle of combat. Wow, our opponent really does not have anything. Maybe call against command turn 3 and like kill our boat Strixes. Yeah, it's call against command. Or deluge. Okay. Sure. So we need to keep drawing creatures, he needs to keep drawing removal spells. Like Baleful's tricks. That's not good enough. I'm still gonna attack because I have no way to deal. I think I have no removal spells for the Strix. Yeah, now this leyline is pretty bad here. Here I would definitely have wanted the Chalice instead. Again, we were being screwed by this being a... Oh, he's holding up on Force of Will, maybe? No. He's doing this only in his end step. He's forcing me to discard the leyline. That's better than killing cranial plating, but by doing it not in his second main, he cannot replay the Strix. That's maybe a misclick. Anyway, we do have 4 seeds and 4 vaults, so not having the double black is just unlucky. Yeah, I think we're likely to lose the game here because he has 1 more Strix we need to attack around, and he has 7 cards and all the mana to play his spells. We need Hangar Backwalker here. I hope I did not board any out. No. Come on. Oh, or Edge Champion would be very good. Snapcaster Kolaghan's command. Maybe I should have kept the Moxed Opal in hand against Kolaghan's command. Yeah, I didn't need the mana. I should have kept it in hand. That's definitely what I should have done. And the chase. If he starts fate selling me, I don't stand a big chance. At least he's bottoming. Tezzeret means I have a creature with hastes, and he needs to have Force of Will. Or Pyroblasts. Okay, that works. Oh man, we were so close. And he's stopping, that means we are screwed. At least he's gonna need a lot of turns to kill us with attackers. So we can only die to Chase ultimate. And he bottoms. So we have another chance at being lucky, but 7 cards should definitely mean Snapcaster, Pyroblast or Force of Will. And we're sitting duck, ready to be shot by Jace in 2 turns. At least he bottomed again. Edge Champion with protection. Maybe our best out, although he could still deluge for 2 here. Or just Force of Will this, of course. Yeah, yes, hardcast Force of Will. Good games, opponent. Yeah, Chalice would have been better than Leyline. That's the lesson of the day, and we lose. On to the final match, and let's win this thing. And make 3-2, that's very reasonable. Especially like for a first time playing a deck that's more complicated than it looks like. Oh yeah, I think he played lands or something. I played against him 1 or 2 days ago. Chalice and no turn 1 play seems questionable. This is not great, but at least it has turn 1 play and turn 2 play. I don't need more mana. No, he's not. If he's actually on Storm, I should have kept the Chalice on 0 turn 1, Chalice on 2, Chalice on 1 the turn after maybe. The Urborg and Probe mean that he's on a strange deck. And I have no idea what kind of deck. Let's just Chalice on 1 to be sure. Like Urborg is usually played in Dark Depths, Turbo Depths, but they wouldn't play Probe. And he's played in like in the Reanimator Depths, the Turbo Depths, but neither of them plays Probe, and the same for Pox. Darity is live here. Do I want to play like I think Darity adds 1 damage by making tokens I can sacrifice, and at least it can destroy creatures he may play. So we tap this for black, both of these for black with Urborg. I think against a non-fair deck, its champion is just 3 mana 2/2. I sacrifice the construct. Okay, he can activate it this turn, like end of our turn. So we have nothing to do here. Yeah, Urborg really makes Dark Depths more broken. Yeah, we die, sure. Next turn, draw. Confident. So we want both of these. But he may still be on Reanimator Depths, so I may want the Leyline package. May want, yeah, I definitely want all of these, but I may also want Ethersworn Canonist, in case it's like one of these Dark Ritual Entomb Exhume into like yeah, Reanimator Depth stuff. The Reti seems bad. Hangerback Walker seems slow. Actually, it does make flying tokens, so I may consider it again. Desert seems slow. What else could I cut? Maybe I cut all Tezzerets. It could help us dig to a snaring bridge. Maybe I leave one leyline out, because I'm not sure if he's on that version. And maybe Canonist is a bit too slow as well. Oh yeah, Champion doesn't do enough. Master of Ethereum is slow. Alrighty. I guess I'll just cut that Tesseract as well. And Hangerback Walker, I think 3 of them is enough. This seems good, but we have nothing else. So I'm feeling inclined to mulligan. This still doesn't do anything else, but at least we get a scry. And I need to bottom anything that's not gonna get us mana here. Yeah, if he's just on regular Dark Depths and the Detection Probe was just a random addition, then adding these ley lines really made our deck worse. At least as soon as we draw mana, we can put this on Thespian stage. Or as soon as we draw 2 mana. Yeah, I think he's just on regular depths. Meaning my sideboarding failed and my mulliganing was bad. Oh boy. Oh boy. And he gets to make the token. Like any mediocre hand could have beat this slow hand, but I decided to keep a hand that's worse than mediocre. So I ended 2 and 3, but I'm still quite satisfied with the deck. For the first time, I made play mistakes and sideboarding mistakes, and we lost some games that we had the potential to win. So that's definitely try it out again soon.